You know what I'm finding out slows down call centers more than anything else? Any task other than calling. I say that because often in the very beginning, when we begin our journey to setting appointments for our sales team, our call center may handle admin tasks. They may handle leads coming in because we don't have enough leads coming in that's a full-time job. So they're doing some production tasks. Maybe they're scheduling installs for a date we tell them to. Maybe they're doing other things in paperwork and data entry. Well, at some point, leads need to be their focus 100%. And we don't do enough of getting people into their area of specialty in our industry. So we need to ask ourselves, if I'm paying to train these call center people, these telemarketers, if I'm paying to have them trained professionally, I need them executing in their area of strength, which is calling. They need to be making inbound callbacks. If we have warm inbound leads coming in, they need to call those leads back. We need to have them outbound calling on leads that are under 30 days old. We need them executing on some more old lead calling. Maybe they're doing rehash, maybe they're doing resets, but we need them focused on lead acquisition out of our current database. Anytime you take that away and you put them on glorified data entry tasks or you put them on some sort of admin task, you're taking away revenue from the company by not having the calendar fill for tomorrow and putting them on several different things. Guys, if you have a bunch of calls coming into the call center and your call center is playing switchboard operator and they're routing calls to production and they're routing calls for warranty and they're routing calls to the install department, why do we have them doing that? Shouldn't they be focused on calling? Every time they start and stop a different task, you're taking away a certain amount of dials per hour. So why wouldn't we have a receptionist that we pay a very basic wage to just be a smiling face to answer the phone and route the calls? Sometimes we find out most of the inbound calls coming into the call center are not even leads. They're somebody trying to sell the owner something. They are a call that needs to go to a different area, and we are bogging down the call center's time with this. Don't get me started with the call center management. In the beginning, they're doing all the confirmations themselves. In the beginning, they are doing all the training. They're doing all of the recruiting themselves, right? And eventually, when we get to be large enough, when we get enough people in the call center, we have to have them focused on people development, on objection handling skills, on holding people accountable, and on coaching and on retraining. Too often, the call center manager is bogged down with day-to-day operations, meaning they're handling confirmations, they're dispatching leads to sales team, they're organizing the schedule, they're figuring out what we need for tomorrow. You know what takes a back burner? Working on the current people in the room. Because if they're doing just good enough to get by, we're okay with that because the call center manager doesn't have time. Well, they would have time if we hired someone to be a scheduling coordinator. What does that mean? They handle all of those dispatch type responsibilities that all of the call center manager's time is bogged down with. The moral of the story is we need to say about our people in our company, what can only they do? And we need them focused on those things. And we need to delegate out the other tasks to someone whose A, personality type better suits those tasks, and B, someone that maybe at a different pay rate, it makes more sense to have them doing that job than a salaried manager. Think about it.